Hey everybody, welcome to the Parker and the Man page for yet another week, the last day of August for 2009. We expect a little warmer temps, maybe more summer-like as the week goes along. But in the Parker and the Man page at yournews.com, we're about a week away from the MDA Telethon. I've hosted it and co-hosted it, if you will, for a number of years. I won't tell you how many because it'll just show age. But it's been a great ride and a wonderful time doing it with some great people. And I thought I'd take this opportunity to kind of point out to you how we do the telethon, what the telethon is all about, a little promotion too, because I'm not, telling you anything you don't know. We need your participation to make the Muscular Dystrophy Association telethon for Jerry's Kids, for Jerry Lewis and Company, very successful, as it has been for many years. Last year we raised over $65 million nationally. Detroit has always been terrific. Let me tell you something. I've done telethons in other cities. Detroit, you have come through. I applaud, and I'll applaud you again next week. With flying colors. So I'll just show you some of the stuff. I mean, this is kind of some of the materials we get. As you can see, they even put your name on the chair. Can you see that? There you go. So that's the MC's book. That's one of them. That's one of the MC's book. This is another one. Nice thick baby there that Jerry puts out and the telethon puts out to give us guidelines and try to get everything right so we get the information correctly to you about where the research money is going, the camp money is going for those great kids, and for the 43 neuromuscular diseases, and kind of a sports angle this year. This will be the 70th anniversary since the diagnosis of Lou Gehrig with ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. ALS, now known as Lou Gehrig's disease, and has been for a while. Gehrig, 1939, 70 years ago, was his final season in the majors. He only played 8 games that year and then came down with the illness, and at least it really went further than it had in 1938. He went to the Mayo Clinic, was diagnosed. Actually, he was from Charles Mayo himself. Now, of course, that name adorns the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. So he's kind of the face of ALS, and now it's the 70th anniversary, so we planned that up as well. So, again, it's a week from today, Monday, Labor Day. Sunday night it starts. I'll be on Monday morning into the afternoon, so check me out on my TV20, TV20 Detroit, Channel 20 right here in Detroit. And, they do local ones all over the country. But I wanted to thank some people and let you in on a little bit of business with the telethon before it happens. So check it out on the Parker and the Man page, yournews.com. Also, the big story out of Ann Arbor, the Rich Rodriguez thing, the allegations that he's working players too hard. It's a tough enigma for Rodriguez. He's here into his second season. There's someone, it seems, or some people who just don't like him, and they're willing to talk. Even a former player who transferred to Colorado, Tony Clemens, he has come out and said he will talk. He will say what needs to be said to the NCAA if need be, or to the Michigan team of Bill Martin and company, who are now in a full investigation mode. We expect Rodriguez to address the issue in Ann Arbor today. He's got the first season press conference coming up with their game against Western Michigan in Ann Arbor. So, it was supposed to be a press conference anyhow, and now this stuff comes out over the weekend. Michael Rosenberg and Mark Snyder doing the fine work at the Detroit Free Press to kind of crack this thing open, that he is simply violating NCAA rules. So we will see, in fact, how much he's doing and how much he's willing to say about it. But he claims nothing's been broken, no rules have been broken, and Bill Martin said that they'll put out a full investigation on it. So Michigan football allegations, just the start of the storm, man. You're going to hear a lot about this throughout this football season until it's all said and done. Speaking of Michigan, Jake Fox, who played at the University of Michigan, 3 different coaches he played for in his 3 years at Michigan. Who were Jeff Zahn, Chris Harrison, and current coach Rich Maloney. He's now with the Chicago Cubs and kind of busted out a little this weekend with a grand slam for Lou Piniella. He's got 10 homers since being called up. He spent 3 years part of 4 years with the Lansing Lugnuts. I remember him in Lansing, and I didn't see much of him to think that he was going to be a big major leaguer, but he's hitting 300 and kind of carrying the Cubs a little bit. Although they're not doing well, they're 10 games back of the Cardinals, but you got to be carried somehow, I suppose, just through the days. And Mark Reynolds in Arizona. You can ask 9 or 10 out of 10 baseball fans, and someone will still have a problem recognizing Mark Reynolds. 40 home runs with the Diamondbacks, only the second D-back player to do that. Former Tiger Luis Gonzalez was the first back in 2001 with 57 of them. That's when everybody was hitting 50. But Mark Reynolds, 40 home run hitter. He's got a month to go with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Bill Laimbeer, Minnesota Timberwolves, he got what he wanted, an assistant coaching job. He wants to be a head coach, but there's no question he had to sit on someone's bench first, so it'll be for Kurt Rambis, who, of course, was an enemy of his when he was with the Lakers. So Laimbeer is going to get his NBA odyssey beginning with the Minnesota T-Wolves. And U.S. Open tennis begins. Have you heard anything about it? Not much. we'll see how that plays itself out the next 2 weeks. But Roger Federer, number one seed for the men, and it looks like Tiger Woods might spend some time in New York after failing at the Barclays yesterday to Heath Slocum. So Tiger's got, I don't know, maybe he'll check out his guy Roger Federer, buddies. So here you go, Michigan football allegations, Jake Fox with the Cubs, who played at Michigan, Mark Reynolds in Arizona, Bill Laimbeer to the T-Wolves, U.S. Open Tennis, and yes, the MDA Telethon. Please check it out, and please give what you can. Like I always like to say, turn it on for a few minutes, say hello, see me in the tuxedo from Steve Pedix Formal Wear, right there in Grand River, and 8 Mile, and then go about your day on Labor Day. Give a little bit and go about your day on Labor Day. All right, check it all out at yournews.com, the Parker and the Man page, and another good week coming up.